What's going on, guys? Back to you again, and I know I haven't uploaded in a long time, and I apologize for that, but I decided to do like a re-review of an album that I did a review on sometime. I believe it was in 2016, and that is Eminem Relapse. This was not the copy I had in the video, my original video. It was like an import. It had like a bunch of like different languages like all around here. It even had like different countries. It said like different countries like on the side. But I decided to re-review it because my last review I didn't really think that was that good, so I'm going to be deleting that and putting this up on here. But yeah, this is a very, very good album. This one came out in 2009, and this was a year after he stopped doing drugs and everything. And yeah, let's get into it. First one is Dr. West skit. Very kind of strange skit. It's basically him talking to his doctor, and then him like having like a nightmare about him like encouraging him like to do drugs, and wakes up and like alarm is like pretty loud, and then goes on the song 3 a.m. Track 2, and that's pretty much about him being a serial killer and everything. It's really, really crazy. But it's back to his back when he did Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP days. It was when he was talking about killing people and all that stuff. So it's pretty crazy, but it's a very, very good song, very catchy. I like the chorus to it and the music and the beat. Third one is called My Mom, him making fun of his mother, talking about how that she was a drug addict and everything, and explaining that's why the way he was because of her. And it's another good one. I like the beat. And number 4, Insane, very, very messed up song. It's basically about him getting raped by his stepfather when he was a kid, and it's like the stepfather insists rape thing. It's very, very messed up, and it's I mean, I do like it, but I can see why a lot of people hate the song. Number 5, Bagpipes from Baghdad. Him basically making fun of Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey for, well, mainly Mariah Carey for breaking up with them, and well, him and Mariah Carey breaking up. Excuse me. I like the bagpipe music in the background. It's very, very nice. Very funny song too. Sixth one is called Hello. Pretty much like kind of like My Name Is, like pretty much like talking about like who he is and how he's back and everything. Well, not that he's back, but like pretty much just like talking about like who he is and stuff like that. Tanya skit, very dark skit. I did say in the last review that it was a pretty funny skit. But actually, I've forgotten about it, and like for those who are thinking that how like I'm a creep, like don't think that. I'm not. I just hadn't heard in a while. Time when I made a review of that album, so I apologize for that. But this skit is very, very dark. It's pretty much about like a girl named Tanya getting picked up, and then she gets raped, and it's just very messed up. Number 8, Same Song and Dance. And also like My Mom, Insane. Well, yeah, it's My Mom, Bagpipes from Baghdad, and Same Song and Dance is like a lot of the tracks that a lot of people hate because he used like like an accent, but like I personally didn't care like how he sounded when he was rapping. I just like Eminem the way he is, so I mean it is what it is. Same Song and Dance is a very, very good song too. Very funny, and We Made You. Pretty much about like how he made this girl famous and everything. It's really funny. It's another one where he uses like an accent, pokes fun of even pokes fun out of a lot of people. And 3 a.m. and We Made You are some of the singles on here. And track 10, Medicine Ball, very funny. And it's just like a really like mess up song. Like I don't even know like how to like describe it, but it's just like a very mess up song, but it's very catchy too. And Paul skit, Paul Rosenberg calling him, saying that how the album's garbage, and that he doesn't have his back on him. He doesn't have his back on this one, and it's just hilarious. Stay Wide Awake, and this is one of my favorites. All the other songs are very great too. Stay Wide Awake is one of my favorite ones, and also one of my favorite Eminem songs, period. Stay Wide Awake is like where it's like straight, like like rhyming, like straight to the point. And same with like Medicine Ball, and like it's like straight rhyming. And Stay Wide Awake is him pretty much like talking about like wanting like to bring people with him to like another part of the world and everything. It's a very very good one. Old Time Sake featuring Dre, him pretty much talking about like old time sake, like like talking about like the old times, and also like talking about like smoking weed and stuff like that. Very very good song. Must Be the Ganja, another song basically about him smoking weed. It's a very very funny one too. Another one that he did, the accent and stuff like that. And Mr. Mather's skit is pretty much like him getting like approached by like the paramedics like from like the like emergency room, and him basically getting transferred to like the hospital, I believe, and stuff like that. Very like serious skit. Deja Vu, very good song. One of my all-time favorite Eminem songs. Period. It's very heartwarming track, I would have to say. It's him basically talking about like going through like his drug problems and everything, and then how that like that how like he's changed his ways, and this is a very very good one. And then Beautiful, another single on here. Beautiful, pretty much like talking about the how like talking about like his like I didn't explain the right. I didn't explain like what the song was really about the last time. Yet again, it was one I hadn't heard in a while. But Beautiful is pretty much about him talking about like his tough childhood, and him basically telling everybody to like don't let anybody tell you that you're not beautiful and everything like that. It's a very very coming of age track, and it's one of his best songs of all time in my opinion. And then that's also single. And then 18 Crack a Bottle featuring 50 Cent and Dre, very funny one too. Crack a Bottle is a very very good one. This one's also I believe this also might be a single. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is. But yeah, it's just a very very funny song. And the next one is Steve Berman skit. Steve Berman, he's also been in previous skits, like in previous albums, not encore, but he was skits in Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem Show. And this one, M goes to see him and then gives him 2 albums and says that he wants to put out like new music and stuff, and he wanted him to listen to it. And Steve Berman just gives him all this grief, and is just like giving him like all kinds of grief because of his vacation, because of him being on drugs and stuff like that, and him getting off of them and everything. And it's just really funny but crazy as well. And then last but not least, Underground, and also there's a skit at the end which is of Ken Kniff, very funny skit. But I'm not gonna get too into that because that one's actually pretty inappropriate. But it's like him basically making fun of gay people, and Ken Kniff like says like a lot of graphic stuff that I won't say. But Underground is pretty much about like him, like coming back and talking about how he's underground and everything. It's a very good song. So all in all, like the album front to back is a classic. I love it. I know Eminem doesn't like it, and I know a lot of fans don't like it, but whatever. It's his opinion and your opinion. But I feel like a lot of people hate on this album too much, because I feel like that like a lot of people think they have to hate it because he doesn't like it, but that's just me. But yeah, here's the front, and the artwork is pretty cool. It's like his face made out into like prescription pills, and yeah, here's the side, and here's the back, and show the inside, and there's the booklet. It's a tribute to Proof, rest in peace Proof. And I like the disc too, because like it's like the cover of like it's like the top of like of a pill bottle, pretty cool. And then like when you like take like the disc out, it's like a pill bottle and it has pills in it, so that's pretty neat. And yeah, and also there's also like a continuation of this called Relapse Refill. This one is pretty much like the same album as this. It's like it has the same disc, but this one has like a bonus CD that has like other tracks on it, like Forever featuring Drake, Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Hell Breaks Loose featuring Dre, Buffalo Bill, Elevator, Checking My Ball, Music Box, and Drop the Bomb on Him. This album I will review next. Some people like might be watching this and say, well, why didn't you just get, like Refill, just buy it stuff because it has, this as well as just like the bonus disc. Well, I think it's just cool to have like both. Plus, like I like both different covers. I think that both different covers are cool. So, I mean, why not? I mean, I found them pretty cheap too. I got these offline recently. So, yeah, this one I will review in future video, but yeah, so all in all, it's a very great album, very well produced. The beats are wonderful. Eminem, was recording this off and on. He recorded some of the songs when he was on drugs. You can tell that some of the tracks that he did when he was on drugs, such as like 3 a.m. My Mom Insane, Must Be the Ganja, Old Time's Sake, Stay Wide Awake, Bagpipes from Baghdad, and Medicine Ball, Same Song and Dance, but he was on and off recording this album, and I really appreciate Eminem doing this album because it's very, very well done. And the other one, the import one, I actually sold to a pawn shop because it was getting scratched up and whatever, because I played it so many times because it's that good. I'm telling you guys right now. I even have it on my iPod, and like instead of like using the CD itself, I usually just play it on my iPod or listen to it on YouTube and whatnot. But yeah, very, very good album. Really recommend this one a lot. And if you like Eminem, definitely pick it up, give it a listen, and tell me what you think. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit long, and I apologize for that, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.